Okay, you guys, we are back with another banging video. In this video, we're going to talk about Nicki stepping out today to support Donald Trump and declaring Donald Trump her number one fan. She's his number one fan, I should say. But before we get into that, honey, it is game on with my rapper chain on. Game on with this rapper chain on. It's game on with this rapper chain on. It's game on. I know you guys love this little jingle, so I'm more than happy to oblige. So, Nicki Minaj appeared today at the Donald Trump summit in Washington, D.C. The Queen stepped out. She took the stage, and already you guys know that people have been dragging her for being a Trump supporter. Everyone and their mamas are mad at Nicki because what they're saying is that with all that Donald Trump administration is doing to the poor class people and migrants, Nicki Minaj should not be supporting such a person. They're saying, Nicki is a part of the problem. But you guys have to stop blaming Nicki for your vote, and that's just the honest truth. You guys have to stop blaming Nicki for your vote. I understand what you guys are saying, and I agree with a lot of the things that are being said. And when you look at what is happening, ISIS killed their third civilian, calling them civilian terrorists. And I cannot even begin to imagine how the loved ones of those persons are feeling at this point in time. Just going out on the road and you decide that you want to be a good upstanding citizen to your fellow citizens, right? Because many of these people, they have contributed to the American economy heavily. But while we are upset, it can't be Nicki who made Donald Trump won that election. I definitely understand what you guys are saying with Nicki being a celebrity and the influence that she has. But you guys also need to understand that celebrities, they no longer have such influence as we think they once used to. Remember that people have taken their power back, because if celebrity had influence and control over politics, Kamala Harris would have won. Remember, Cardi B stepped out, Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, Tina Knowles, Taylor Swift, and quite a lot of people stepped out to support Kamala Harris. And these people had numbers. They had following. Taylor Swift fan base alone could have, and Kamala Harris the win for the election. So that should tell you something. Also, what many critics are saying is that Nicki is teaming up with Trump for protection. She wants protection, and, she's getting that protection through Donald Trump. Now, when I heard it, I was like, I'm not sure. But then I remembered what Tekashi 69 said. If you guys remember, there was an incident back in 2018. Nicki, Kanye, Tekashi, and along with a few people from the industry, they were shooting a music video and shots were fired on set. One bullet went straight through Nicki's dressing room while she was in that dressing room. So what many people are theorizing is that Nicki is teaming up with Donald Trump to seek protection. And at first I was kind of iffy about it, but then today when I heard Trump saying that Nicki Minaj is donating to, all his charity and donating to the kids and to help his kids, and Trump is saying who better to donate to than her fans, I was like, maybe there's some amount of truth to that, right? So what happened today was, it was Donald Trump, Treasury Department, Trump account summit in Washington, D.C., and she declared herself Trump's number one fan. She held hands with him on stage. Trump gave her a little peck. She gave her speech, and then Trump took the stage after, talking about his admiration for her. We're gonna get into that clip, and then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
Well, I don't know what to say, but I will say that I am probably the president's number one fan. And that's not going to change. And the hate or what people have to say, it does not affect me at all. It actually motivates me to support him more. And it's going to motivate all of us to support him more. We're not going to let them get away with bullying him and, the smear campaigns. It's not going to work, okay? He has a lot of force behind him, and God is protecting him. Amen.
But Nicki makes a lot of money, and she's generously stepping up. She's investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in Trump accounts to support the children and really the children of her incredible fans. That's great. Focus on that. Why should you give to somebody else's fans? Give to your fans. I like that. But and I just think she's great. I've been hearing so much over the years, because I didn't know Nicki, and I've been hearing over the years she's a big Trump supporter and a Trump fan, and she took a little heat on occasion. Her community isn't necessarily, I tell you, we did pretty damn well with that, with your community, as we say. But Nicki has been an unbelievable supporter.
Okay, guys, so there you have it. Nicki Minaj talking about her admiration for Trump, and Trump talking about, Nicki even donating. That Trump is all about that money. No, based on Nicki Minaj's support of Trump, many people have been coming at her saying that she is trying to get a deal through Donald Trump for her brother. That her brother is serving time for pedophile, right? And they're saying that's why she's teaming up with Trump. Don Lemon is also saying the same thing. And then they're talking about her husband, who has a criminal record. They're saying that she wants to get her husband criminal record expunged. And I think that everyone is entitled to their opinion, but at the same time, while people are entitled to their opinion, people are not being fair to Nicki. And my reason for saying that people are not being fair to her is because at no point in time have we heard this woman express the desire for her brother to be free. She has never even slightly indicated that she is hurting or losing sleep over her brother being behind bars. And people are going to throw whatever they can throw at her, because to them, if I can punch her somewhere for her to hurt, that's what they're going to do. But at the end of the day, is that the entire truth? I don't think it is. I don't think she's trying to get her husband's criminal record expunged, because even if her husband's criminal record is expunged, the information is already out in the public. The public already knows. It's not going to change anything, right? And she's not gonna, put herself in the way to try and get her brother to be freed early, knowing that she has been talking about protecting kids. It would be a high level of hypocrisy. It really doesn't make sense, because she has always been an advocate for kids. I've seen her over the years being an advocate for kids, even working with kids, meeting all of her fans who loves and admires her. Now, I've seen also the LGBTQIA community saying that Nicki has turned on them, and she hasn't. It's just that sometimes there's a phraseology that is used, and when that phraseology is used in such a way, different people are gonna, take it differently. If you guys remember, it was like last year, if not the year before, Crash Out. There were people from the special needs community who came out against celebrities who were using Crash Out in their song. They were saying it's a disrespect to them, but people who are suffering with addiction were also saying it's a disrespect to them. So different phraseology, terminology can have multiple meanings. It doesn't mean that she is attacking the LGBTQIA community. And when she speaks out about kids getting these gender therapy treatment, she's saying kids should be kids. Kids should be protected. Kids should not be allowed to go through those process and those treatments. She never said that she's against the LGBTQIA community, but I think why the LGBTQIA community is so sensitive is because oftentimes they are attacked. And when people get attacked, they automatically get in defense mode, and they stay in that defense mode oftentimes. But does it mean that Nicki is against them? Absolutely not. And I think that people also need to understand that Nicki Minaj's support of Donald Trump, it's not gonna add and it's not going to take away from the immigration policy that has long existed in America, because we've never seen ICE raid on this level nor on this magnitude. But does it happen? Do people get deported every time there's a new president? Yes. Every time there's a new president, people get deported back to their countries in waves. So as such, I believe that people are being unfair to Nicki, but at the same time, I understand the sensitivity surrounding this discussion. But I would hope that people hold themselves accountable, because Nicki's votes nor Nicki's current actions cannot be used forever as your excuse. It's not going to do anything for you. It's going to irritate some of you. It's going to annoy some of you, but you have to realize, recognize, acknowledge, and understand that when Cardi B was out there supporting Kamala Harris, you guys saw that as the right thing to do. And while you guys saw that as the right thing to do, a lot of people saw it as the wrong thing. And what is happening now is the reverse of that. But this time around, it's different. For some reason, there are more negative people towards Nicki than there was to Cardi B, Beyonce, and all those people who supported Kamala Harris. And you guys need to just be honest with yourselves. When Barack Obama was president, there were a lot of people who were deported. Some had criminal records, some never had criminal records. But there were a lot of people who got deported. It is something that has always happened throughout America's history. It doesn't matter who's the president, people are going to get deported. But what makes it alarming and disgusting is just to see how human beings are treated worse than animals, because not even animals should be treated in that way, because animals do have feelings. Oftentimes we say, oh, people are being treated like animals. We need to stop that, because animals, they do have feelings too, and we should consider their feelings just the same. But guys, Nicki Minaj, I think there's something going on behind the scenes. I do believe what Tekashi says, that some people in the industry are out to get her and she's just seeking protection, but something is not normal. And when I say something is not normal, I'm not saying that Nicki is unwell mentally. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it gives the sense that she is in fact seeking protection more than what her husband can give her. Remember, she said that her husband and her have an agreement that he's going to keep her safe. And remember that they tried to institutionalize Nicki to get Kenneth Petty from around her. So Kenneth Petty is going to keep her safe. And sometimes it gives a sense that she wants to let go of that man, but she's holding on to him because of protection. That's just how I see it. But I think that one day we're going to get the truth. And when the truth comes to light, a lot of people will then understand. Some people, their point of view will not change, which is expected. And some people will get to realize, acknowledge, and recognize, also understand what is currently at play. But you know what? Positive energy to all parties involved and to the people who are out there demonstrating against these ICE raids. Be very careful, because it seems as though they have been given direct instructions to delete anyone who interferes in a particular capacity, and we don't want to see any more of that. So be extremely careful and protect yourself. You cannot lose your life in trying to save someone, okay? Just do your best. Be cautious. I know it's hard, but do your best and be cautious when you're out there. And that's all I have to say about that. Peace.